Okay, in this video we're going to swap out a power steering pump. This power steering pump goes way back. I did a random search, 1978 Camaro, and what pops up? One of these. That's just a random search. I mean, they probably go back even further, maybe 67 Camaro. But this is going to go on my truck. I neglected my truck for years. Always working on the Cadillac or the van, always having problems. Neglected my truck for years, and 2025 is the year of my truck. I'm going to get everything sorted out, everything done on it. Everything it needs. And with a lot of remanufactured parts made in China, if you got anything that needs to be done, like I've been putting this off for 2-3 years. I mean, it's not bad. I still have good steering, but it just makes a little bit of noise. No big deal, no leaks or nothing, so I really don't have to change it. I could even postpone it for another year, but I don't like it's not real bad noise, but you drive by somebody, like in a parking lot, they'll definitely hear it. So I'm going to get swapped out. I want to get everything. I've got exhaust for it. I did the rear end on it. Oil. What else have I done to it? Working on the brakes. Filled up the front master cylinder a couple days ago. It's already leaked down again. So even after putting that new line in there, I still have another leak. So anyway, back on this thing. I got this is made in China, with all the parts nowadays having tariffs on them. It's going to cost you more to get these parts, if you can get them at all. Now, these are nice parts. I mean, I had no problem. I mean, it looks like new. Looks like a new part. It's supposed to be manufactured reman. Now this is not a sponsor. I had to buy this. Had to buy all 3 of these parts. I bought this little bypass. Bought a new. That's the pressure hose on it. I think I'm gonna try to get by on using just the other. The line that drains back into it. I think it'll be fine. But I went ahead and made sure. I'm not sure if my power steering pump has the EVO on it or not. That's the electronic variable orifice. It's a part that wherever you're speeding up, it closes down on your orifice where you have more sturdy on your steering wheel. I don't know if it has it or not, but I want to make sure I don't have to mess with that. They say that they have a lot of trouble with them, and I'm going to bypass it whether it's got it on there or not. So I bought all the parts I need to bypass that. It's about $25. You just stick it on there, and this goes on there. This here goes on your steering rack down there. So we just unscrew that, screw this in there. Now let me show you this real quick. This is what came with the kit right here. This one right here. You look down through the orifice, this one is smaller. You look into this orifice, it's a little bit bigger. So I'm going to keep this one on there. Keep the little bit bigger orifice on there. I mean, this will screw right on there. It's basically the same part. Basically the same part. I'll get that camera over here and you can see what I'm doing better. I'll be right back. Okay, here's your bypass line. I got that on Amazon. Amazon part number right there. Now, I had to do some digging to find that. So that'll help you get the number and get it get you one of them. Heard they was unavailable for a while. But you get that little kit. It comes with this right here and that part right there. Like I was saying, you're looking at an orifice right there. See the hole in there? That's a little bit smaller than what's in this one. So I'm gonna keep the bigger orifice. This'll screw on here. And then this one will screw onto here. Just like that. Move it over here where you can see it better. And that one will screw onto there. So on this right here, we'll have to pull this off of there. Yeah, this is a really nice unit. All the threads are just beautiful in there. I mean, it's all cleaned up, ready to go. There's some O-rings and a little stopper there. Okay, I've already started on this. I'll show you what I got off. I got this piece off, and I got the belt off, and that's as far as I got. Why? Because I can't get the fan off. I got to have a special tool to get that off. Well, come to find out, you just have a half inch extension. You can hit that big old nut. I think it's 36 millimeter. You hit it on the left side, hit it with a hammer. You can shock that thing off of there. Yeah, you can bust that thing off of there. And but anyway, I've already started on that, so I guess kind of waiting on my wrenches. Ben's I ordered them. I'm just going to go ahead and use them. But it'll be a couple more days for that comes in anyway. I just about decided not to record this video, but just so I could hurry up and get it done and over with. But well, I know it's not Camaro related, but these power steering pumps are on Camaro. So I said, why not? No, I can't stress that enough for you. On your automotive parts, a lot of stuff comes from China. If there's anything at all, power steering pump, alternator, water pump, anything that you need done on your car, I would suggest to get it done in the next couple months. Those parts are going to be going up in price, and even if you can even find them or not, it's going to be a major shortage before long. I was going to do this anyway. I was going to plan on I want to get this done before it gets too hot. I mean, it don't look like it's going to be very hard at all. It would be a bad idea to get some crow's feet for this. The way other guys showed, you know, using a crow's foot on that, where you can put the crow's foot on there and turn that. It's kind of hard to get in there. So it might not be a bad idea. I don't remember, that was 16 millimeter, something like that. Might not be a bad idea to get some of them. Anyway, I guess we're going to go to the truck and continue on. This end goes on to the, there's not an O-ring on there. I guess that's what these are for. I got to make sure I get that on there. Make sure you get all your O-rings on there. Yeah, this side don't have one either. Got your both O-rings right there. Make sure we get them on there. And this one here's already got one installed. Alright, I guess we'll go to the truck. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is disconnect the battery cable. I'm going to take this power wire Move it back. Then take off your 10mm bolts here. Whoops. That's why I want to bring this thing in the garage. Because I didn't want to have to be chasing tools every 2 minutes. Need a long extension on this one. Okay, should have one more over here. Get this out of the way. Maybe. Oh, we got some wires connected to it. Goes to the stereo. Look like that's just a Phillips screwdriver. Okay, now we're going to get the fan off. Well, it's the biggest wrench I got. It's not going to fit. Yeah, I got the belt off. We'll get this plumb out of the way because we're probably going to move this out of the garage. Get the power string pump off there and we can move it. No more than what we're going to do. I'm going to check his belt. Looks pretty good. Looks like it's going to be good for a while. Now I guess we'll get that pulley off there. I do have one of them, by the way. Yeah, you will need some kind of a puller kit. Well, I might have to shut down. I just got started. Gotta have that fan out of the way. Might have to go to the auto parts store somewhere and get something tomorrow. It's bad I ain't got an adjustable wrench big enough to get it off. That's what a lot of guys use. Great big huge crescent wrench. I don't believe I got one. Well, I didn't get much done on this. I'm gonna have to, gotta have a wrench or something to get this. I can't work with this fan in the way. Okay, I had to get this big wrench. That's to pull off this fan. Got 36 millimeter on one side and 32 on the other side. Then you got this other part. It goes down between your nuts, your bolts right here. See how it's made? I'm trying to hurry up before my battery dies. Okay, it goes in there like that. Then you get your other wrench on there and you turn it counterclockwise. Pretty easy. Just gave it a little smack. Came right off. Now I'll be able to twist this thing off of there. I'll get it off there real quick. Okay, now we got that fan blade off of there. Finally. Now we can get over there and get that power steering pulley pulled off there. I don't think this is going to be that hard of a job, really. Get all this out of the way. I do not want to move this air conditioner compressor, because when I tighten up that bolt right there, when I was servicing this a couple years ago, I got it just a little bit too tight. I could feel the threads are slipping. So I do not want to move that at all, because the air conditioner works and I want to keep it that way. Yeah, I need a cap to put on that. The air conditioner works and I don't want to even take these bolts out right here. So I think I can get by with it. I think I'm going to have plenty of room. So I really don't think, see, there's lots of room in behind there. I think it'll just slip right out of there once you get the lines off. So I don't think I'm going to have to worry about even loosening all this up. Some guys, I've seen guys go through here and pull out the radiator and everything else. That's crazy. I don't want to have to disconnect anymore. I don't want to disconnect anything more than I have to. I'm going to go ahead and take this fan and stick it with my other fan shroud. But my batteries are dying down to 2%, so I'll be back here shortly. Okay, you're going to need a power steering pulley puller. Get a cheap one like this for about 20 bucks on Amazon or something. And I got a 12 millimeter 13/16 ratchet. Now I'll get all this clamshell and all that together. That goes around these two pieces, and then that color that goes around it, and then that there goes in the middle of it. I'll get it all together and show you. Okay, I've got the puller put on there. Two clamshell pieces and a color and a piece that goes down through the center. Now we gotta get our wrenches and a socket on there. See, we can't get that pulled off of there. Okay, this is the way I got it set up. Kind of wish I'd brought a tripod out here so I could just show you while I was doing that, but that's going to pull that pulley right off of there. Wrench on that a few times, it'll pull it right off. I got that wrench laying up against that, what was that, charcoal canister, EGR system. Got it laying against that. Okay, I spun it around, put the wrench on the box end, spun it around, put it over there on the water pump. Now I think that's going to work a lot better. That thing is flat on there. So we'll keep going. I think we're starting to move a little bit. Okay, it wasn't too bad to get off. Got it right down there. Make sure we lube it up good before we put it back on. We got those bolts down below there. 1, 2, 3 there. I just want to get this part done. I'm going to take the weekend off, and we're going to start this back up probably Monday or Tuesday. Probably Monday. It's starting to get late. Friday afternoon into the evening. I got time to go ahead and work on it longer, but I'm kind of anxious to see how easy it's going to be. Take off them 3 bolts. I think there might be another one up under there. Yeah, I need to go get me some more power steering fluid. I got 1 quart and I'm going to need another one because I do want to flush this out. Do want to flush the system out. Might be one of the reasons why it was kind of making noise. I don't want to just pull this one off and put on another one without flushing it out. So I'll show you how to do that later in the video. Let's see what size nut I need on that. Perfect. First try. That'd be a 13 millimeter. Okay, here we go. Like something's been leaking, I don't know. Is that a different size or what? It is. 15 maybe? $15mm. That's unusual. Have a different size on that. Something fell off. Must have been that. Go in the truck and see what that was. Wasn't connected to anything else. I don't know what it could have been. That's what it was. That's strange. It look like it's broke or nothing. Oh, I see another one down there. Oh, I see another bolt right down there. Like I say, my landing, I couldn't get it off. 13 millimeter. Yeah, right there in front of me, my word. That's the one that's holding it. I don't know why I took that other one off. Thing is still on there like a rock. We've got to see what's holding that on there. It's that back plate. I got to figure out how it's bolted in there. So I'm going to get me another light. Okay, there's a bolt way down there in the bottom. Let's see if we can grab that one. That one's smaller. Okay, I got it out. Gotta go up under the truck to get to this one. That one just slips on there. Then you got another one up here. And you got a bracket that you got to take off and put on the old. You got to put this old bracket onto the new power steering pump. And you got 4 bolts on the front of it. But I still never did take this off. The air conditioner compressor. I did not want to even. I mean, it's a little bit loose, so you can see it moves a little bit. But it all bolts down on the bottom side of it. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, you get the 3 off of that one on the front side, 2 on the back, and you got it off there. And you got to take off your hoses, of course. And this one has the EVO on it. We're gonna do away with that. I unplugged it. Gonna do completely away with it. So now I gotta start swapping these parts over onto the other one. Just that bracket. I think it's just one big nut right there. Probably a 15 millimeter probably. Take that off and switch it over to the other side. I'll get swapped that real quick. Okay, there's the bracket on there. Pretty simple. Fits on there pretty easy. Okay, got the power steering pump back on there. It's pretty difficult, I tell you, with one person trying to lift that up there. But once you get the connection on the back part of it, be probably the last one you take off. That one kind of got a little hook on it. I can't show you on this because I took the part off. It's that little back bracket that goes on the back of the power steering pump. Okay, and what we're going to do now, we're going to flush the system out. That's my bottle to my brake bleeder. Right there's my return line. Everything's all hooked up. The front wheels are off the ground. So all I got to do now is put some power steering fluid in there and turn the steering wheel back and forth, and it'll flush out the system. All that dark stuff will come out. So I'll see if I can't set this up on a tripod so we can watch it together while I turn the steering. But I'm about done. The truck's up on jacks and jack stands, so I had to get this part done because I don't want to have to do it again. I don't want to have to jack it back up. I'll back this out and I'll put that pulley on tomorrow or the next day and get the belt on there, get the fan shroud on there. I'll finish it up in the next day or two. But I am exhausted. But I'll get some power steering fluid in that, and then we'll get this thing flushed out. Get this truck out of here. Okay, it's full. Got it too full. Shouldn't have done that. Okay, like I told you, this is the return line. Pressure line's already connected to the pump. Already connected to the steering rack. So I'll get in there and turn the steering back and forth. We'll get that thing flushed out. Man, that's a good light. Probably getting bust. I'll just unplug it for now. Well, we're gonna have some light to see what we're doing, huh? Guess I better hook that back up. Maybe I can get by with that light. Okay, here we go. Okay, how much did we get out of the... That's some pretty black fluid. We'll keep going. Going all the way right, all the way left, all the way back to center. So we'll do that one more time. Okay, how are we doing on this fluid? Now top it off again. Put the rest of it in there. That'll help get all the air out of the lines too. That's quite a bit. We'll do it one more time, and that ought to clear it out. These LEDs, they get hot. Man, I'm surprised I didn't break that thing. Got quite a bit out of there. Now I'm going to go ahead and hook this line up. I see something dripping. Probably what I spilled a while ago. That's why I hate spilling a bunch of stuff. Then you don't know if you got a leak or not. So I'm going to go ahead and top all the... I'm not going to worry about topping it off. I'm just going to cap everything off. And I want to pull that blue cap off of there, and I'm going to stick this on there. I'm waiting on my... I got some hose clamps. Little the screw top. They didn't come in today, so I'm going to have to wait until I get them. Little cap I got off of it. Pull this off of there. That's some pretty dark stuff. Okay, we'll put that back on there. Okay, if I had a hose clamp, I could finish this up, but I'm going to get this thing off the jacks and I'm done for the day. Get my car back in here and I'll finish it up another day. Get that pulley back on there. So I'll get this thing off the jack and we'll take up where we left off. Get the pulley put on there, belt on there, pulley on there, belt on there next, and then put the fan on there, fan shroud, and we'll be done. I'm glad it's on there, I'll tell you. Alright, I'm ready to get done. We'll be back here shortly. Well, I got a massive leak somehow. So I'm going to have to wind up just undoing everything I just did. Putting the original pump back on. That's crazy. I don't know if that little U-shape stripped or what. It seemed to tighten down, but it's gushing out of there now. I'm done. I don't know if I can take that U-shape off of there and stick it right in the back of it or not. I don't know. I'll take a look at it. There's so much dripping right now. It's crazy. Really accomplished nothing. Anyway, I don't think this is such a good idea. Bypassing EVO because I can't get to work. Okay, in summary, this is not the video I was wanting to make. I was really hoping to be more successful. This would have turned out good, but it turned out to be an absolute disaster. I got power steering fluid everywhere on this motor. Like it freaking blew up. Just a couple days later, I kind of wish I would just did a power steering flush and just left it alone. What I'm gonna have to do now is basically undo everything I just did. Pull that pulley back off, swap it out to the original power steering pump. Absolute disaster. Alright, let's go back to the garage. I'm going to show you some other things before I close out this video. Okay, this is the original power steering pump. I could take this EVO off and put it on the new one, new power steering pump, then I'd take a chance of having that thing leak. So I think I'm just going to clean up this power steering pump and put it back on. Get some brake clean and clean it up, and I'm going to stick it back on. I'm going to tell you another disaster I had. This kit right here. Absolute junk. For a 99 Chevy truck, this is absolute junk. I got the pulley off one time, and I never could get it put back on. And then I wanted to take it back off, and I couldn't get it taken back off. You put the bolts in, it's going to be loose. So what's that going to do? That's going to strip out your bolt. That got to be nice and tight in there. So you do not want to buy a kit like this where it's basically a two-part. You stick this is what I'm talking about right here. This would be your puller. Of course, you're going to have this on there too. But you got these pieces in two parts right here. You need a puller that's got one long bolt in it. Otherwise, you're cranking on this, and you're unscrewing this. So it's a absolute nightmare. I'm gonna probably wind up throwing this one in the trash. I'll put a link to the one. Just go down to O'Reilly's and rent one. I'll just put a link in it, show you a picture of it. I wound up buying one on eBay just so I could have one. Along with this right here. This right here. You'd think that'd be a nice system, nice setup. Okay, I took my pull kit back to O'Reilly's and thought I had just a little drip on this right here. I said, okay, I still didn't have power steering. So what I did, I took my kit back, because you only got 48 hours to get your money back. And I was going to town anyway. So I took the kit back, hoping that all I had to do was come in here. This was my line coming in right here. And this other part over here on this side goes to the power steering pump. Okay, I had a drip on this side over here. So I said, okay, all I gotta do is put a little bit more power steering fluid in there, tighten up that connector right there, and we're good to go. No problems. I no more tighten that up. See, they're aluminum threads. You can't really crank down on it. But anyway, I cranked down on it, and I had a gusher of my $10 quart of power steering fluid out on the ground. So what a waste. So anyway, this was a disaster. This is a disaster. Couldn't get nothing to work right. So would I recommend doing the bypass? I don't believe so. I don't believe so. I never could. Anyway, I don't know what he did wrong. I had all new O-rings on it. That's a new O-ring. This is a new line. This is a brand new line. I didn't haven't put it on yet, but not sure if I really need it, because I didn't have no leaks before until I fixed something that really didn't need to be fixed. And then now I got a mess. Now I'm gonna have to take this power steering pump, and put it back on. This is my original one. I'm not sure. This is the EVO that's on it. I mean, it worked fine. I thought about pulling that off. I really don't have them. I could take these clips off the top of it and pull all that off, and then see if I can got a socket that would fit that down there. I don't remember if it's 33 or whatever millimeter that is, but I had no leaks on this before, so I'm thinking about just, I need my truck. I got a whole shed full of trash I got to get hauled off. I need my truck back. But I had no leaks on this. I mean, I might have had a little bit of leaks out of it, because it kind of looks like it has been leaking, maybe out of the front seal or something. But I mean, not no something where you got to add power steering fluid maybe once a year, if that. I mean, I could deal with that small of a leak. But anyway, this just turned out into a nightmare that I wish now that I've never even, I wish I just did a power steering flush and pull this line right here off and flush it out and put it back together and be done with it. Okay, this turned out to be a nightmare, and we'll get all this back together one of these days. But I'm going to go ahead and close out this video. And I'm not sure if I'll even do a part 2, but alright, thanks for watching.